What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. This one's gonna be a little different. I wanna talk to y'all about why I decided to stop having sex.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. So first thing every morning, I'm starting my day with a dive into the pool. Still no backflip since the lower back surgery. And my form is getting good, man. I want y'all to rate this out of 10. But I do this thing at the end where like my legs kick up and it looks really not good, not manly. So we're gonna straighten that one out today. Let's get it. Yo, that felt good, man. And you know how you know it's good? Look at this, almost no splash on the pavement. It's not pavement, but you know what I'm saying. That's gotta be at least a 9 out of 10. Let's go. All right, so some important context here is that I was a virgin until I was 21 years old, and that was not by choice. Like, I wanted women in my life, but they were not interested in me. And then I was very jealous and angry of all my friends who had girlfriends, and all this pain built up inside of me until I decided to do some shit about it. The first thing I did was I went to the gym. I was like, I'm gonna build muscles, and then the babes are gonna want me, right? And that didn't really work. But it did make me feel a bit more confident in myself. And then I started reading self-improvement books, and I started approaching hundreds of women. And I got my first girlfriend, man, when I was like 23 years old. And that lasted for a year. Then she broke up with me, and I was devastated. I was like, the only girl that was ever into me, I lost her, bro. And that's when I decided I'm gonna sleep with as many women as possible. And fueled by this pain and this anger, I went on a historic tear. I was approaching girls at the gym, the supermarket. I was swiping on Tinder, going on like 3 or 4 dates almost every single week, bringing most of these girls home. And I mean, I think this is something that all guys, we fantasize about being a player because, you know, it's pleasurable. Maybe we have this drive to spread our seed. And I think above all else, it makes us feel cool. Like we can tell our friends about it and they'll think that we're badass. I was telling my friends about it for sure. And somewhere in that chaos, sex became my god. Like, it was the thing that I worshipped. It was the thing that I aimed for every day, that I structured my entire life around. It's like they say that even if you're not religious, we all worship something. For a lot of people, it ends up being money and status. But for me at that time, it was chasing the next hookup, chasing the next body. And that's why I think it can be a superpower if you give up sex as a man. And I know that sounds bizarre. You're like, bro, you really giving that up, bro? So let me explain, because this might not be exactly what you think. We're back at Los Campeones gym here in Austin. And I'll be honest, between Miami and then going to Houston, I've been missing some workouts, so I'm excited to lock back in. We got a full body pull workout with the strength, focus, getting started with some lat pull down. Let's lock in. Let's get these gains.
Big dreams, big moves. I was made for this. Small kids, small town. Never changed a bit. Long roads, cold nights. I had to pray for this. Stayed down, came up. Never played with this. Vision clear now that I came out the darkness. I swear if I never made no would've let me broken hearted, but it's big hustling. Like it's nothing, burn like firewood. Keep that flame inside me, hustling, doing as I should. It was days that I was fumbling, always knew I could.
Gains, bro. Workout complete. Nothing hits like an unrushed workout where I can just calmly attack every set, nowhere to be but the but the gains place. I will say, when I was traveling lately, man, I was eating, but I was eating kind of like shit. So it feels good to be able to lock back into a clean, high-protein diet powered by Factor meals. Oh, you've never heard about Factor, bro? Check this out. So basically, Factor meals makes it easier than ever to reach your nutrition goals by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. And when you're chasing goals, trying to stay fit, living a busy life, It's a game changer. The meals arrive in a climate-controlled box and you just stick them in the microwave for 2 minutes and they're ready to go. There's no refined seed oils, no refined sugars, just real food. You can choose between different meal plans. I prefer the Protein Plus option because that helps me stay on track with my protein goals. And now the Factor has doubled the size of its menu with 80 plus rotating weekly meals. It's literally impossible to get bored. Today's meal is Parmesan and garlic cream shredded beef with some broccoli on the side. This looks dangerous. Honestly, delicious meals every single time. And right now, Factor is offering an insane deal. If you head to factor75.com or click that first link in description and use code HowToBeastFB50, you can get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Factor has been an absolute game changer for me. Click that link below. You won't regret it. All right, let's get back to the point here. When I say that I decided to give up sex, what I'm saying is that I decided to stop chasing casual sex with different women. Because when I look back at my life, man, it's obvious that like the moment I committed to Julia and stopped pursuing other women, my life immediately and significantly changed for the better, like across the board. Now I can already see the comments coming in. Bro is cooked. Bro's out here simping for marriage in 2025. RIP How to Beast. So let me convince you real quick. And by the way, I'm not necessarily talking about marriage, but I'm talking about monogamy and committing to a single girl, which I know in 2025 it seems tough. It seems like there's not that many good women out here. 50% of marriages end in divorce. There's this big divide between the genders. Men don't trust women. Women don't trust men. And it seems like maybe it's not the right time to make that bet on a single girl. And just to be clear, this message is for men who've already put in serious work on themselves. Because if you're still struggling to get in shape, if you're still struggling to have clean, healthy habits, if you're still struggling financially, well, focus your efforts there first. Because realistically, if we're keeping it real, you're not gonna have that many options on the dating market. And this is not about just locking down like the first girl who's willing to give you a chance. That's probably not going to end well. That being said, the point I'm trying to get to here is that through the process of self-improvement, through seeing my body improve in the gym, through actually having this validation from women I didn't have before, through taking risks in my career, it's like I unlocked my true potential. And for the first time in my life, I had this energy and this motivation and this discipline, and I wasted it all on chasing hoes, man. Like all this potential just down the drain. Because if you think about it, the energy it takes, like every time I was out in a public environment, I was like scanning, looking for the next girl to approach. Or when I was home, I'd be, swiping on Tinder or Bumble. And then once you meet girls, it turns into this like sales pipeline where you have to logistically schedule the next date. And then 2 or 3 nights a week, I'm meeting up for 2 or 3 hours. I'm not sleeping as well if the girls come home. Like it's essentially handling the entire logistics of running a business, but just chasing hoes. Like the guys who are spinning multiple plates, they're kind of losers. I was kind of a loser. Those guys are not killing it in business. They're not killing it in life. They're just dumping all of their resources into hoes. And it's not a coincidence that the moment I cut that shit out, the moment I committed to Julia, and I did, have a couple girlfriends before Julia, but with those, I was kind of like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. But the moment I truly committed and erased all pursuits of sex with other women from my brain, it was like I unlocked this superpower, and I poured all of that energy and all of that confidence in myself into productive things. That's when I bought the camera that built this channel. That's when I commit to 2 videos per week. That's when this channel blew up. That's when I finally moved down to Austin and went on the tear that led me to launching Edge Lifestyle Clothing in the Beastly app. And was some of that because I had a loving, cool, loyal girlfriend by my side? Of course, man. The support helps. I'm not taking anything away from Julia. But the true game changer was that I stopped chasing pussy. And that allowed me to, for the first time in my life, tap into my true potential. Now, Julia, you're gonna have to watch this video back for explanation of what I was talking about at the beginning.
I watch all your videos.
But I got something I want to add. Because you have to realize, once you commit to a girl, assuming that you choose a good one, and again, choose is a very key verb here, because if you just commit to like the first girl who gives you a chance, likely that could turn into one of those sexless relationships where the man feels like the woman is never in the mood, or she's, you know, she always got a sick belly or something going on like that.
She's got a headache.
Yeah, headache. That's the classic. But assuming you commit to a good girl, well, you do have to realize that that need is going to be met on a very consistent basis, a more consistent basis even than if you're spinning a bunch of plates. And I know some of y'all, or some people at least, think, yeah, but bro, I want like that variety. You know, I crave that variety. I'm going to get bored with one girl. I will say, having lived that lifestyle, and I think y'all will agree with me, sometimes the fantasy outweighs the reality. Like a lot of times you're pursuing some girl that maybe I'm out on a date with her and I'm like, man, this girl really sucks. But I'm trying to like push her to bring her home. Or maybe sometimes the hookup itself turns a bit awkward. Like a lot of times the fantasy outweighs the reality of what actually happens. Not to mention that sexual discipline and learning to control our lust as men, I think, is a very important thing to do. You know, whether that means quitting porn or not, you know, chasing casual hookups. And for the purpose of this video, I didn't even want to get into the love and romance side of things and having that female companionship in your life and being able to build a family, which are all very important things to me also. That all being said, personally, I would never ever go down that path again, even if I woke up tomorrow morning and I was single somehow. I'm not sure how that would happen. At the same time, I do admit that that phase of my life, I went through it. It led me to where I am today. I learned a lot of lessons. But I'm curious what y'all think, you know, because I don't think it's a phase every guy needs to go through. I think at that time, hookup culture was glorified, and I think today more guys are waking up that that might not be the right way to live. So drop a comment, let me know what your experiences are, and yeah, man, it's an interesting topic.
But I think the real question is David gonna hit the pop shove or the 360 today?
Julie, I've already hit the 360. The people have seen me do that.
All right, what about the pop shove?
The pop shove is an advanced trick. I have some new techniques I'm going to try today. I'm going to try and carve up a 90-degree way, then do the damn thing. One day, bro. One day. But not today. And tonight, big little date night with wifey at our favorite, it's probably our most consistent date night spot. It's like halfway from our place to downtown. It's called La Popular, CDMX. It's a Ciudad de Mexico restaurant.
I was not cooking tonight. We have so much travel. We're actually leaving for another trip tomorrow, so date night instead.
Outfits for the night. Wifey's bringing back the jean jacket.
Woo!
It's a little warm for that still.
No, but the restaurants are always cold, and I'm wearing like a, spaghetti strap.
Spaghetti. We ain't eating spaghetti though. I'm going, man, I live in these edge linen pants. With the easy slides, I feel like that's probably a fashion faux pas. Edge Marbella tee, polo. That long sleeve, sick polo I was wearing earlier in this video. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned for that one.
Woo!
As you walk in, you're welcomed with some Mexican house music. You gotta love it. They got this chili mango spicy margarita here that is always a solid 9.5 out of 10. Ribeye tacos is my go-to at this restaurant. You can see, man, they got them like cheese melted into the omelet, into the tortilla. These, honestly, 9.5 out of 10 also. Ribeye one. Now tonight we're gonna hit you out with a movie review. This is Julia's favorite actor behind me, my man Denzel. It's called Highest to Lowest. I think it's supposed to be like an action thriller, crime thriller on Apple TV.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, we got him right up
there. Favorite movie, The Remember the Titans.
Not quite as good as The Bourne, Identity, or Braveheart, but it made the wall.
No.
You excited though?
Yeah, I love him. I love me some Denzel.
What? Denzel.
So can you handle the mayhem? Can you handle the money? Can you handle the success? Can you handle the failure? Can you handle the lovers? Can you handle the memes? Can you handle everything that there is in between?
Out of 10.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Just a 7.
Yeah.
8.5 for me. It's a Spike Lee movie, so it's kind of a bit different how it's done, but it's got a lot of different kind of twists and turns. I didn't see where I was going. I liked it a lot.
It was good.
I'd recommend you watch it. You recommend it?
Yeah.
2 thumbs up. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you, seriously. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch. Don't stop watching now, though. I recommend you watch that video next. In fact, the YouTube algorithm has calculated that you specifically need to see that specific video. Click there to watch that now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe, as I drop 2 new videos every single week. You don't want to miss them. I'll talk to you in the next one. Stay beastly.